I had a crush on my brother's best friend. We're gonna call him Pedro. One day, my brother and Pedro had a plan to go to the beach together, and then Pedro invited me. And I was like, let me check if I have something to do. I don't. I'm going. I'm gonna go, Pedro. Don't worry. The night before, I was like, I need to look scandalous. Like, so scandalous. So I remember I wore this two-piece bathing suit. So long story short, the day came and we went to the beach. So we get to the water and immediately I go in. I wanted to show him, like, I'm a bra girl. Oh, this is the best part. So I'm coming out of the water and I'm trying to look like a baddie. Like, I'm trying to walk out all cute, like the hair is wet and everything. And I noticed Pedro was looking at my legs. So I was like, maybe he's trying to shoot his shot. So I went to go tell him something. And I was like, why do you keep looking at me? And he was like, look at your legs. I look at my legs. There's a whole ass piece of poop from the beach water.
I'm literally having like the worst day out of every person on this app. It's like my 3/4 birthday today, so I was supposed to be getting a new car. Please tell me why my dad showed up to my house with a 2022 Tesla. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Teslas. I just hate the fact that it's a year old, like 2023 or nothing, Dad. To make matters even worse, the interior is off-white. I just wanted plain white. It's just really upsetting because it's not his 3/4 birthday, it's mine, and he's only taking his own feelings into consideration. Also really annoyed because me and my siblings normally get 750 grand to spend on our 3/4 birthday because that's $750,000, and he's only giving me 700 grand this year. And I guess that could be worse, but I already knew what I wanted, so it's just disappointing to like take my money. I haven't even got into how mad I am about my trust fund issues, which I'll tell you guys that in a sec. I need a little energy before I get into that story because it's so annoying. It always takes a little energy boost to deal with my family, but go to part 2 to hear about my trust fund.
Something weird about me, I have a very serious condition. It's called toe fingers. My fingers look uncomfortably similar to toes. And this wouldn't be an issue for me if I had fingernails. The only problem with that is Boo Boo's been biting her nails since she was 8 months old. And I bet some of you are saying like, honestly, it's literally not even that deep. Just get acrylic nail. And I have them on right now. My fingers hyperextend, and instead of going, like that, they go and they're like tilted backwards. So my nails are directed upwards instead of forward, and they pop out. I've had these ones on for a week. I've lost 4 nails. I've glued 3 of them back on. It's so annoying. All right, I'm gonna skedaddle. If anyone has any solutions, let me know, because I'm sick of this. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, it's time for another creepy story time. My parents had me in their early 20s and ended up getting divorced when I was less than a year old. I often spent the night at my grandma's house on my mum's side since my mum didn't have much money at the time. I don't remember this happening, but my mother and grandmother tell me the story like it was yesterday. When I was really little, I would come out of my room and tell everyone that there was a lady that stood over my crib at night and watched me sleep. Since I was so little, everyone thought I was just making up stories and it was my imagination or I was just dreaming. This continued on for months, and one day my mum and grandma were looking through a photo book, and as they were just flipping through the pages, she lands on a photo of my dad's mum, my other grandma, and I pointed right to her and said, "That's the lady that stands over my crib at night." I had never met her, and she died years before I was born.
I was popular in middle school, but not in the way you think. At my school, the popular girls played volleyball, and so did I. So I thought they were my friends. Silly me. Last time I checked, your friends aren't supposed to make fun of your body and set you up with guys as a joke. Yeah, they did that. I barely got invited to anything, but when I did, they would just make fun of me the whole time. One time, I don't like talking about this because it bothers me so much. A girl put me in a chokehold and they locked me in a room after. Yeah, the psychological explanation for everything they did to me is that they were insecure. If anything, the situation taught me that it's better to be alone than to be surrounded by people who treat you like garbage. It gets better. Not for the bullies though.
Story time of how I caught my ex-boyfriend cheating on me. Y'all better be ready because this one is good. So I started dating this guy when I was 16, turning 17. We were friends first, and I even knew his friends and I knew his family. And he's actually asked me out once before, but I said no because he was a player. And so by the time I turned 16, I said yes to dating him. So things were really great at first. I was really into him and we would go on so many dates and he was super sweet. And there were definitely signs, but I totally missed them. And I'm just not the type of girl to like go through a guy's phone. I noticed he was super active on Snapchat, which is never good. One day he posted a Insta picture and I looked at the comments
and there was a girl in the comments, which is fine. Girls can definitely comment. I am not a jealous person, but she had left a comment that said, "You're so hot," with a bunch of emojis. And these emojis were all hard eyes, guys. But a part 2 to see me blend this out and to hear the rest of the story.
I was put in a chokehold during a middle school sleepover. I've always been scared to share the story, but here we are. Me and one of my friends got invited to a sleepover with all the popular girls, and at one point, me and my friend were in the bathroom with the choker. The choker was going to the bathroom, and me and my friend were turned around with our eyes closed. Somebody started banging on the door because they had to go to the bathroom, and they were like, "Hurry up, pee faster." So I was like, "Yeah, choker, pee faster." And I kid you not, this is the crazy part. After I said it, the girl lunged up from the toilet and just full blown started me. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror being like, what is going on right now? I started to get dizzy. Like, she had a firm grip on that. So my friend starts panicking and unlocks the door super fast. We all get out. I'm completely frazzled. I don't even know what just happened. And the choker starts bawling her eyes out. "Why are you crying?" So then all these girls that were really good friends with the choker were like, "Oh my gosh, Katie, what did you do?" And they locked me in a room. Locked me in a room with a bunch of creepy dolls for the rest of the night.
My sister just got mad at me for the stupidest thing ever. Her boyfriend's going on our family trip and I need to get to know him better. So I invited him over for a sleepover without her, obviously, because if she comes, she's just going to be all over him the entire night, which is so annoying. Like, we get it. He's yours. You don't have to be so clingy. And obviously he comes over because who wouldn't want to hang out with me? But this is actually where I get a little embarrassed for her. So she tracks him like a little freak and saw we were together, obviously. And then she thinks we're surprising her with something. So she doesn't say anything to him. Like, who's going to tell her? Anyways, I'm a girl's girl and I would not let her boyfriend not have a good meal, so I cooked him a 5-course meal. I'm talking like chicken Alfredo, I made him broccoli, we had bread, we had dessert, we had appetizers. It was delicious. He even said, "You cook better than your sister." Duh. Forgot to tell y'all, I love my sister to death, but this is where it gets a little crazy. 10:30 p.m. she texts him and is like, "Where are you?" I already told her he was golfing with his friends, which is why I think she thought we were surprising her. Out of time, go to part 2.
For the first time, I'm gonna do my makeup drama-free. I woke up at 7 a.m. today, made hot cocoa, and watched Elf with my brother. It's my favorite Christmas movie. But funny story, I saw a dream of me getting kidnapped. But for some reason, it felt so real. So I told my mom about the dream, and she's like, "Oh my god, you're describing something that happened." Huh? What? Huh? My mom was telling me the story, and I was like, I just saw this in my dream. Creepy. When I was 8 years old, my mom wanted to take me shopping, so we went downtown. It was on Christmas Eve, very busy. I was holding my mom's right hand. There was a homeless lady on the sidewalk sitting crisscross. All of a sudden, I feel someone grabbed me and pulled me to their chest. Yeah. Like, I was small. I'm 8. My mom immediately felt my hand let go. I remember the lady putting her hand on my mouth. My mom saw me, pulled me out of her hands, and that lady ran. Thank God I was holding my mom's hand. It's so creepy that I saw this all in my dream. And Christmas Eve is tomorrow.